Hey everyone, this is Ed here from Burtech. The PC is done. It's made. It looks incredible. RTX 270 from was it Republics of Gamers. Here we are, right here. That's in this computer. We have a Ryzen 2700X with a stock cooler. So today, this is the post build benchmarks that I'm going to do. I have not gotten water cooling yet. The water cooling will start up soon. So hopefully you guys will be able to see the benchmarks on that. So let's run some benchmarks. First I'm going to run Cinebench. Here we are. And see how well we do. Okay, here comes Cinebench. There you go. We got the 8 cores, 16 threads. Good to go. Let me move over my hardware monitor to monitor temps on the CPU. The CPU is running a little warm right now. I'm on a stock cooler. I do want to run it on water cooled, so we will definitely do that. So first CPU test. Here we go. Running a hell of a lot better than my Mac, I'll tell you that much. Jumped up to 68 degrees on my CPU temp. 70 degrees. It does run a little warm on stock. Here we go, and a 1592 that is not overclocked. So right now we're running at, well, actually it is overclocked. It's almost 4,000 megahertz. Now let's run our GPU test. There is zero overclock on the GPU. Yeah, 128, about 100 FPS average so far. Yeah, there you go. My CPU is running at 4,000 megahertz, which is an overclock, 49 degrees, which is not bad. FPS is going good. And let's see how well we did. Okay, 99.83 FPS. This is all stock settings. Basically, right out of the box, I didn't overclock anything. That's just what it's doing by itself. Um, Now let's overclock the GPU. Sorry about the fan noise on this one. So you see before it's 99.83. $1,700 megahertz on the GPU. I'm new to this streaming stuff, guys, so cut me some slack. I just set all this up. There you go, and it's at 95.43. There we go. All right, that was Cinebench. Now we're going to go in and let's see. What should I do next? Go 3D Mark. benchmarks, here we go. Details on this are right. Oh, there's Kingpin right there. Someday, maybe, since I'm getting back into this IT stuff. I was a former smoker, now I vape. A lot better than smoking. So I was doing stuff in the background. Right now, my GPU is running at 1410 megahertz. There you go, 2070 megahertz. That's with the overclock. Now I also put in two NVMe, M.2 drives that are actually in RAID 0, so I'm going to be doing a benchmark on that here in a second. Let's see, what else did I do on this system? And the RAM clock speeds up to 3200 megahertz. It sits stock, but when you first put in your RAM, it's going to be clocked lower, so you have to clock it back up to the normal speed. Right now my GPU is about 40 degrees. CPU I can't see, unfortunately. And cheers. CPU 51 degrees, GPU 50 degrees. Don't forget I am on a stock CPU cooler, so take that into consideration when you look at the temps. In about 2 weeks, I'm getting in an AIO water cooler that should drop the temps down considerably and normalize it instead of jumping all over the place. And I also might have a water block coming for my RTX 2070. So that should be really, really cool. There's been no reviews on that. I do not know how this video is going to turn out. I'm still trying to figure out my settings on OBS. So after this benchmark shut down, then I will be back on. I'm going to do a couple benchmarks of some games. I'm doing this on my lunch break also. Oh, here's the results. Let's see. 7919. That's actually not bad. Let's see my CPU score. I'll move this out of the way really quick. CPU is a 7980, 7914, and my GPU is a 7949. Ah, actually, I did better than I thought. Let's see, compare results online. Better than 78% of all results. So for my first time running this benchmark on this system, brand new system, basically not even broken in yet. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. All right, now what we're going to do is, where is Crystal Mark? There we go. This is for my read write speed on my RAID 0. I have two Samsung SDD, SSDs. I'm kind of confused right now. Um, M.2 drives running in RAID 0. So, and they're 250 gigs each. So let's take a look at this. See how this goes. Over the last 2 days, I've been stress testing everything, making sure everything's pretty much set. And it is. I'm very happy with it. I am in Japan, so my internet is actually fiber optic internet. Um, but unfortunately, since it is a pretty restricted community out here, there's a lot of people using up the frequencies. So sometimes I can get lag spikes and stuff like that. Now, by trade, I'm out here working as an English teacher. Also, I used to be a professional photographer. I do have an outdoors channel that I'm making videos for, but I found out something. I am not a videographer. That is a new can of worms for me, and it's been really difficult doing the videos and editing them. It's a learning experience, just like this is a learning experience. I used to do this 20 years ago. This is actually my first PC I built since 20 years ago, and what a learning curve. Everything has changed. Let me tell you that much. Cable management, how everything sits in the computer. Back in the day when you built a computer, you didn't care where the cables went. You just wanted the damn thing to work. But it looks really nice. It's very tidy inside. It's going to look a lot better once I get that IAO water cooler. Excuse me. Yeah, but it's running really nice. The motherboard I'm actually using is the ROG Crosshair 7 Hero right there. That's my motherboard I'm using. This is an overclocking gaming motherboard. So I'm using it for gaming, but I'm going to be doing some major overclocking. Once I get some sponsors and stuff like that, what I would like to do is I'm going to build myself a test bench. And whenever I get stuff in, I'm going to bench test everything, overclock everything, and see how far I can push stuff. So hopefully it'll work out that way. I'm hoping. So those are basically the three benchmarks I'm going to use now. Now, next I'm going to be going into 3 games. possibly 3 games. World of Warcraft, because I love that game. I've been playing it for a long time. I just do not like Battle for Azeroth or the direction that Blizzard's going in. I used to be a big fan of Blizzard, but now it's getting to the point where Activision is has too much control in Blizzard and is forcing a lot of people out of the company. A lot of the old time, old school designers, graphic designers, storytellers, they all left. I mean, you have all these new people. A lot of people call them the give me people. Oh, give me this. It's too hard. It's too hard. And I don't like the way the game's going in right now, but I still do play. We do a little bit of Battlefield 5. I'm going to use overclock settings on Battlefield 5 just for shits and giggles. And then Dynasty, I believe, is the one that we're going to be playing also. I think that's it for games for today. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. All right, there we go. So check that out. I mean, that's actually not too bad for the single thread at the top. The writes are pretty good. The 4K, that's not bad. So yeah, it works out pretty good. Just to let you know, rendering on this machine when using Adobe Premiere compared to using my MacBook Pro with the Adobe Premiere, the same video I did a side-by-side test on. My Mac did it a 20-minute video at 1080p high def in almost about an hour and 20 minutes. This computer did it in 12. Super happy with that and stoked. But I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to be recording some gameplay footage with benchmarks on it. So I'll see you there. Laters.